And hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final round of ACF1 F1 here at Apollo Racing Club. I'm Adam, EV500. Joining me in the broadcast booth, the safety car driver tonight, Sin Black Fox. Fox, it's the final round. We have a championship shootout basically here. As long as Eric finishes ahead or just right behind Slim tonight, Eric will be the next, the defending ACF1 champion.
That's right. It's looking pretty good for Eric, but anything can happen in this race, and nothing is guaranteed until that checkered flag falls. So I know he's going to want to work hard and make sure that he puts himself in a good position so that he can win that championship.
For sure. And Eric, obviously very, very quick in the F1 car on the Assetto Corsa. Also very quick in other sims like iRacing as well. So somebody but he wants his championship. He definitely wants to get 2 champion titles here tonight. Unfortunately for yourself in the standings, you have to miss out on a race, which could mean your 3rd place is gone.
It could, yeah. It could mean I'll drop down to 4th, but that's all right. I had fun through this season, and that's what is worth the most to me is how much fun I had. So I'm okay with it.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get ready for qualifying here at Magny-Cours, the French track. When was the last time this held a Grand Prix, Sin?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd rather not give you false information, so let me look that up. But I will tell you that I personally definitely prefer Magny-Cours a lot more than Paul Ricard. There's something about Paul Ricard that I just can't really get to grips with. But I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with me. Magny-Cours is beloved by... sorry, not Magny-Cours. Paul Ricard is beloved by many drivers, both real and sim racing. The last time it held the French Grand Prix was in 2008.
Wow.
Circuit Magny-Cours.
So the French Grand Prix or the European Grand Prix?
The French Grand Prix.
Okay. Well, obviously, it's a fast track, so that's something to keep our eyes out. There's only one DRS zone here, and that basically comes right after turn 3 and heads down to turn number 5, almost. So, some overtakes potentially happening through there. Fox, what kind of lap times are we looking here?
For these cars, for qualifying, we're definitely looking at lap times in the 1 minute 11 seconds, which is much faster than the current track record. For the record, the current track record for this circuit, well, at least the race lap record is a 1 minute 15, and I fully expect to see that record shattered with these modern 2021 Formula One cars.
And now we see cars leaving the pit lane here. Who do we got out in front right now? We have Slim, I think. No, there's people in front of him.
All right, we got Slim out on C3s, looking to start on the medium tire. The tire compounds we have for this race today are the C4, C3, and C2. A lot of drivers during the practice session were complaining about the C4s burning up very quickly, so it'll be interesting to see what strategy people choose.
For sure, it could be a potential 2-stop strategy, or excuse me, 1-stop strategy or a 2-stop strategy tonight. So we'll see probably see some C3, C2s for sure, but we might see some 2-stops depending on the safety car situation tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Slim about to start his lap.
Takes turn 1 completely flat, basically, and he is on it now. He wants to get pole position here because position can change a lot here. If you have track position, it could be night and day what happens in this race. Gets to that DRS zone and comes into turn number 5 and takes the corner quite nicely, Fox. And Slim, he's one of the newer guys here, but he's been able to gain in the championship to be P2.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely shows you the weight a win can have on a championship. The amount of points that you can get from a win lets you climb up the order very, very quickly. Slem has only raced in, I think, less than half of the races in the season, and he's already, solid in P2 and fighting for this championship right now. So,
well, he's going through the middle section now, going towards the, where are we at now? The 180 corner of turn 9. This is very interesting, folks, because coming up is a chicane called by the name of Himmel. Actually, wait, is that the front straight already?
Yep, that's the front straight, and that's the end of his lap.
Oh.
Using as much of that chicane exit as possible. It's really easy to invalidate your lap on the exit of that chicane if you're not careful.
My apologies, my track map juked me on this, so I didn't understand the color, so. Now we're seeing times starting to happen through now, but for some reason they're not coming up on my screen. Looks like Ginger comes up with P3 at the moment right now. Slim in P1. Brandon Gobes goes P2. Hello, Van.
Very good lap from Van.
That's what you like to see there.
Let's see, we're still waiting on lap times from Eric and about half of the other competitors on the track right now. Eric is just now leaving the pit lane, so he'll take the time to warm his tires up. He is going out on the C2s, the hardest tire compound in this session.
For some reason, I cannot get the times to work, and they were working just moments ago.
I know ACTV can be a bit weird if you yourself have not set a lap yet, so maybe try changing the view type, like instead of like switch it over to relative or something like that.
Yeah, okay. Well, right now, Slim still in P1. Legs goes P3, getting just right above Ginger. And now we're seeing some of the back runners right now definitely trying to get themselves in the position. Riard Meat just coming out of the pits to start his out lap. Who else do we got on a hot lap right now?
While you're searching, I want to shout out Legs because he's been in the championship, all season long, and has really put in a lot of practice and has had some really great races. I've had the wonderful opportunity to have some close battles with him. He's been doing very, very well this season. So Legs, if you're watching this, I appreciate you.
Somebody who's been very, very quick in the last couple of I've raced against him. He's quicker than me. It's hard to get by him, for sure. So it's good to see him put in a fantastic lap. Tommy now goes P7 with a 113.3. 7th place for Tommy. And who is Tommy in Discord? So I can make sure. Is it Tommy Guard or Gust?
Guns.
Guns. Tommy Guns. All right, P8 now as Stefrolippo goes 7th fastest.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say D Joker now up into P5. Legs falls down to P4. Who got P3 out of this?
Dicora. A good lap by Dicora. Eric wrapping up his lap, coming around the final couple turns here on the C2s. Let's see what lap time he sets.
P2.
It just edges out Van for P2. And again on the C2s.
Legs stealing back P3 in qualifying. He is not wanting to give up a chance to start in a podium position here. So good lap from him. He's back into the pits. Tommy now trying to improve on his lap. Curbs also starting his lap here. Where is he at? He's just coming up towards the front straight. think. No, coming through the infield. Nope, he's definitely on a out lap here. My apologies. Been a while since I've had to do this, so I'm a little bit rusty here in that area. Eric probably wants to definitely improve. Pole position here could mean a lot. So, what do you expect from Eric here? Does he pit, get fresh tires, go back out there?
Oh, he's already back out there and still using the C2 tires. He, I think, is playing it very conservative for this race. This will be really interesting to see what he does in the race itself. He's ending his warm-up lap right now and about ready to start a new flying lap here in a second.
Well, here comes the man, Eric. He wants pole position. He doesn't want to start behind because that could potentially change on how this race goes. It would be unfortunate if Eric got sucked up in a bad start or something and lost about 3 places.
Meanwhile, while we weren't paying attention, Slem gets into the 1-minute 10s.
Woo!
That is fast.
That is very, very quick, and that's not what you like to see if you're Eric right now. Him improving as well. Where is Slim on my relative here?
For the record, the pole position time for the 2004 French Grand Prix, which is arguably about when F1 was at its fastest before regulations kind of slowed them down a bit, the pole position time was a 1-minute 13.6.
That just shows you these, you know, they did a lot to slow these cars down, but they didn't really get slowed. They are still much quicker now than they were even, what is it now, 12 years ago, 13 years ago?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely towards the end of this turbo hybrid era that we, I mean, I guess technically we're still in it, but the end of this recent era, the cars have gotten faster than they've ever been before. So Eric aborted his hot lap on the C2s and is now going to try the C3s.
It's going to get interesting here. As we get down, winding down here, we have 8 minutes, 25 seconds left in qualifying. So basically it's go time for a lot of these guys. They want to try and solidify some positions here and maybe grow a gap so they can improve just a little bit. But how many laps do you think? About 2 more laps, you think?
2 or 3. You can make 3 work if you're quick about it and if traffic is good to you. This is a pretty compact track, so I figure some people are struggling with some traffic. We try to remind people as much as possible to always assume that people behind you are on a hot lap and to be courteous to one another. But sometimes the message doesn't get across, so we'll see.
Well, did Daikara just go off the track? Yes, he did. Let's see, who is out there right now on a hot lap? Here's some times. There we go. I got timings back up here. We have D Joker. I think he's on a hot lap.
Yep. D Joker, a newcomer to ARC. This is his first race with us, so we're going to be interested to see how he does in this race.
How many drivers do we officially have tonight? Only 15?
Tonight we have 17 drivers here.
Okay. 17 drivers, so 2 of them are haven't put up a time or not qualifying so far. Here comes D Joker. He's looking to definitely improve on his time. He has a 112.092 and Eric a 112.008. So Legs P2, he's in the 111s. I just saw that for the first time. What a lap from Legs.
Definitely, but here comes Eric at the end of his hot lap. Let's see if he responds. And he does, getting just ahead of Legs.
Legs got to find 2 more tenths in the last 6 minutes here. And D-Joker is off in turn, where is that? Turn number 10. Just getting a little bit loose. Probably got on the throttle way too hard coming through there. So, and now we're seeing a bunch of cars now leaving the pits. We saw Brandon Gobes in there. Decora, Tommy Ginger is out there now. He's part of that train as well that left. And now here comes Elegance, P6 in the Ferrari. What a lap from him.
Oh, Dicora spins it after... I should get a track map open. After the 180, so that's turn 9. Quickly returns to pits.
Curbs now on his hot lap. He has a 113.4. If he can improve by basically a second, he can solidify P in the top 10 here. No, excuse me, in the... Oh, and was that him who just flipped? Yes, it was.
Are flipping, is that right?
Yep, the car just, I don't know what happened. The camera didn't catch it all the way, and he flipped. He really flipped there.
Well, hopefully someone clips that so that we could watch that again later.
I just look, and all of a sudden, there's an F1 car on its head. Okay. Slim is staying in the pits right now. Eric will probably he's on a hot lap, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He is on a hot lap. So taking a look at the top 10 finishers right now, most of them have set their best laps on C3 tires, except for 2. Brandon Gobes and Ginger have set their times on the C4s. As Eric invalidates his lap and returns to pits, he's got time for 1 more lap, I believe, unless he's very quick about it. He might be able to pull off 2, but the time frame for that is very, very narrow. So I think he really only has time for 1 more.
Well, here comes Legs, though. He's in P3 right now. Can he improve? That's the real question.
Some traffic up ahead. Hopefully they don't bug him that much.
Well, hopefully he gets a little bit of a slipstream as he comes through the final turn here, and that Red Bull gets out of the way.
Ooh,
does he improve
takes a lot
here?
out of the curb. He does not.
Oof.
But he's got time for 1 more if he hurries back out there.
Eric already through on his hot lap, not on his hot lap, and all right, Elegance just DC'd. Okay. Nope, he's back. Maybe. I just saw like the car just in midair.
So it's I'm getting word that our voices are a little bit quiet. Any chance you could turn our voices up?
Yes. All right, check. Can you hear us better now?
Yes, a mic check on my end as well. Hopefully that's better for you folks. Thanks for letting us know. Currently riding on board with Eric as he started his next hot lap. We'll see if he improves. So far, according to his steering wheel, he's doing better. He's almost impeded by... I wasn't able to see what or who that was. A car spun off at the exit of, let's see, Adelaide, so turn 5.
And is that Eric again? Nope. He's still on track here. He's trying to push it through here as he comes through turn 14.
Oh,
he
no!
Slides. Oh, no.
He's going to try to beat the clock. He's trying to get back out there for 1 more lap.
He has to go now.
If he's fast enough, he'll have just enough time. He'll cross the line right as it turns 0.
Fox, you keep your eyes on that because we have Legs now starting his final lap. He has dropped down to P4 because D Joker has taken a 1:11.806. So Legs has to find just a little bit more time now to get into the podium position. Do Eric watch here? Eric currently going through the infield. Legs, where is he at? He is coming down turn 5 there. He's coming through the Nürburgring turn. Is that turn 7? Yes. And then coming through turn 9. Fox, where is Eric now?
Eric is just getting by turn 14, about ready to start his last flying lap. He's got 11 seconds, though, 10 seconds.
It's going to be so close.
It's going to be very, very, very close. He doesn't get there in time.
Oh, no! Legs. Where is he at? He did not improve either. He crosses the line, and so Slim takes pole position. Eric just did not. He had maybe a second. He lost a second on his out lap there, and
he needed 2 more seconds.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Unfortunate. Well, Fox, this kind of changes a little bit of the race because I think there's some guys, especially like D Joker, who on race pace could be very quick. Their qualifying laps very good. Legs obviously showing he can potentially put in a podium position here and get a podium on the last final race of the season.
Yeah, for sure. Judging by the the lap times of these top 5 runners, I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see who vies for P2 and P3. Eric needs to drive as clean as he can if he wants to keep his championship alive. Because remember, there's 12 points separating him and Slem. So if Slem wins this, Eric needs to finish P3.
Well, we have hit overtime here as Tommy spins. Eric did a practice start in the pit lane. And there we go. That is your grid. Slim taking pole position. Eric P2. Joker P3. In P4 Legs. P5 Brandon Gobes. P6 Elegance. P7 is Ginger. P8 Dicora. P9 Tommy. And P10 Strefolipo?
Strefoli? I think we just abbreviate to Strefoli.
Strefoli, okay. Xavier in P11, Curbs in P12, Yard Meat in P13. C, is that Cricket?
C short? No, that is Flyboy.
Short.
That's Shorty.
Flyboy. Okay, and then Mosquito in P15 and Draken in P16. Well,
and Charles in P17.
Okay. Well, there you go, folks. Here we are getting ready here for the start of this race, the French Grand Prix, the season finale here at Apollo Racing Club, ACF1. If you want to figure out how to join and potentially be on the grid next season, go to apolloracing.club and sign up to the Discord today.
For sure. This is the last race of the season, but we got another one coming up soon. We have yet to announce our track list, but that will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. I can tell you, though, we will be running the 2022 car. So the RSS Formula Hybrid Evo X is the car that we will be racing for next season.
All right. You heard it here, Fox. Obviously, he's one of the admins of the AC leagues here at Apollo Racing Club. Does a fine job of getting the rules all set, and it's a lot of work. And also we want to shout out the mods as well for helping out, and the safety car drivers. So a lot of work went into this season, so a shout out to those guys. So Fox, what are we expecting here for the race?
Expecting a lot of jockeying for position and a lot of people trying to make overtakes in places that would be kind of risky. There's a lot of high-speed corners here that are kind of narrow, so it'll be interesting to see who decides to go too wide in some of these places.
I can click drive, right? I just got to
Yes.
sure.
Yes, click drive.
And then back to pits.
Yep.
Okay, come on.
I'm getting my camera positioned so
It's
that I
not letting me
can.
go back to pits. Why is it not letting me go back to pits?
Like right now, it doesn't let you go back to pits.
Nope, I'm clicking on it and it doesn't let me.
Okay, do you have a hotkey set to take you back to pits?
Nope.
Okay, so you're gonna have to do it after the race starts then. Because that's what I do. I have a hotkey that takes me back, but the lights are about ready to come on. 10 seconds left.
And lights out, and away we go here at Magny-Cours. It is going to be...
Magny-Cours. Oh no, and Eric spins Slim into turn 1. There's a few cars off track. There's multiple cars off track. I believe that's enough to warrant a safety car, actually. But no, they actually all rejoined the circuit really easily, except for Yard Meat.
He goes off here, and now Eric, he takes P1, and ooh, I wish I would have caught that in time, because that would have been drama. Now it looks like Slim, he's going to have to drive with just a tiny, probably just a tiny bit of damage.
Oh, and
he just went off.
That was Legs going way off the corner, and someone else, Shorty, going off. You know what? I think that will cost the safety car.
Safety car, safety car, safety car, and that's not what you're hoping for if you're Eric now, because that packs the field back up after getting almost a 3-second gap to Brandon Gobes in P2. My apologies, so much going on.
Tell you what, this will benefit Slim for sure, because after getting spun in that first corner, he now has a chance to get that position back. But Eric pits from the lead.
Has new tires on too. So, new set of tires for him. Very interesting to see him do that. He'll pass the safety car here.
I am not sure why he passed the safety car, but he passes the safety car.
So Brandon Gobes, your race leader, Slim moves up into P2. Ginger's gonna be in P3, and Tommy in the P4. He has gained some positions here. Decora up in the P5. Elegance, though, he has remained P6 after his qualifying in P6. Xavier in P7. Strafello in P8, and Curbs in the top 10. So,
there is something that has gone wrong with Eric, because he's now at the near very bottom of the leaderboard.
Well, that pit stop probably didn't help him at all. I didn't catch what happened, but he moved all the way down. He's now in P16, and that's not what you're hoping for here in the championship. Right now, Slim, he would win.
Eric's got a lot of work to do. We'll need to figure out what's happened. But I'm afraid we might not be able to for the rest of this session.
Eric now almost catching the back of the pack here. He's got Joker in front of him, who also pitted. Track conditions seem to be very nice out there today. Fox, how's it driving?
Yeah, track conditions are really good. You know, the safety car, I basically drive this car as fast as I can, because that's how fast the Formula One cars are compared to it. But, you know, the car's pretty fun. It's about the same as a GT3 car or so, but it's definitely very tail happy. So kind of have to rein it in a little bit.
And here we go. The safety car coming in this lap, and that's driven by our very own Sin Black Fox here tonight in the commentary booth. And Brandon Gobes, your race leader, he is going to come in.
Brandon already backing up the pack just a little bit. He doesn't really need to do that until he gets into the third sector.
I think this is is this Gobes' first time up in the lead here?
It might be, so I wonder how hard he's going to fight to make sure he maintains that lead. Because he does have Slem right behind him, who I'm sure is eager to retake that leading position.
And that's Brandon Gobes is going to be in quite the position, running those soft tires still. Here we go. Here goes Brandon Gobes as he goes across the start-finish line. Slim right on his tail. He's going to get the slipstream coming down in the turn number 1. He looks down the inside, but he's not going to make a move just yet. He's going to wait for the first braking zone, which is down in the turn number 5. Ginger gets a pretty good restart. He stays in P3. Daikora doing a great job. And Strafello as well. So no safety car needed in this restart. Brandon Gobes, he is pushing with everything he has here into turn number 5. Slim stays right behind him. What a great restart there, Fox. It looks like Slim, he loses a little bit of time to Gobes. Gobes is pushing.
Yep, towards the back. We did have Drake and Wolf spin on his own. Got a little too much curb, and it looks like someone has spun in the Adelaide corner. I can't make out quite who that is. Oh, it's Mosquito. Mosquito, a newer driver here in the league. But he gets himself going really quickly. Pack's starting to kind of settle in now and give themselves a bit more space as Eric has a bit of damage. I think he got held up in one of the corners. Hopefully just some minor damage. As someone else is off.
And that's going to be Ginger. He's losing P3. Daikora takes his position and looks like he is okay. He's just waiting for traffic to clear so he can spin out of this. Looks like he'll do that just fine. But he loses a bunch of position, now falls down to P16, so he has a lot of work ahead of him if he wants to get it back into the top 3 here at Magny-Cours. And this is one of the nicer, I would say this has been pretty good racing so far in the early parts of this race, so it could very well be we have a nice Formula 1 race here.
For sure. Back at the front, Van still maintaining the lead, but only just. Slem wasn't able to get him in the DRS zone.
So Brandon Gobes, would be curious to know how much DRS he actually is using here. But Slim, he's going to get right on the tail here of Brandon Gobes as they go through the inner part of the track. Just coming out of turn 13. And now coming down the straight that's called chicane.
Straight is called chicane.
Yeah.
It is called chicane. That's great. Thank you, France.
All right, and here they come through the final turn. Slim, he's trying to look down the inside. They're going to come down towards straight. They're going to come down to turn number 1. And Slim gets just ahead here. And thank you, Auto Director, for doing the in-car cam at the most worst time possible.
Van got a really, really bad exit out of that last turn that gave Slim the opportunity he needed, and he didn't need a second invitation.
Slim,
his
really?
His DRS is now active this lap.
Here we go. Is Van even close? No, he was not. I didn't see the DRS. No, was DRS open that lap?
It was, yes. We've already passed the zone.
Okay.
The DRS zone is between turns 3 and 5. For those of you watching at home. Towards the back, got Eric, who is hot on the heels of a number of these cars, trying to drive for his life and his championship. Currently up to P11 after a disaster moment for him that we're not quite sure what happened, but he's capitalizing on the mistakes of those ahead of him. So he's now in the points position, P10.
Well, points position does not save his championship here, so he has to really push it here towards the latter half of this race. And he has quite the field in front of him. I mean, we have Brandon Gobes, who's obviously can hold up some drivers here. Daikora also, he's in a podium position. He's not going to want to give that up very easily.
Definitely, and even a couple positions back, Elegance, who has driven very fiercely this entire season, I'm sure he's going to want to have a look at the podium position. So we should definitely keep an eye on him and see where he ends up in a couple laps' time.
Let's see here, what else is happening? Oh, we've had it off here. Looks like it's was that Strafella who fell down the order? Yes, it was. He's falling down to 11, so it gives a couple more guys a position, and that gives Eric P8.
And this is, this will be a long race. I always tell people this. It's, these F1 races are long. They're half distance to the real life Formula One races, but that equates to, between 45 to 55 minutes. And a lot can happen in that time. So patience is the name of the game for sure.
And now here comes Elegance. He's going to get around the inside using the DRS, coming in the turn number 5. And he's going to go side by side with Tommy here. But Elegance, he gets past Tommy and he gets P4.
Yep, Guns attempting to defend on that inside line. They both give each other enough space and are very respectful with one another. But in the end, Elegance takes the position. He's now going to hunt down Daikora.
So Elegance now hungry for that P3. He definitely wants to end his season on a high here. Let's see what else has happened throughout the race. We're seeing Draken now. He's in P16. He's a long ways off the pack here. We have Curbs in P13. He's trying to chase down Yard Meat. Those guys have had a decent battle pretty much all season, pretty close to each other.
Van about to be under fire by Daikora. Daikora entering the DRS range.
This will get very interesting to see how much effect the DRS really does have here. Here he goes. He's only a 0.6 off of Van's rear end, and he gains about 0.2 on the DRS. A nice job in the braking zone in turn 5. Oh, and Van gets a little bit wobbly coming out of the exit, and also Daikora has to navigate through, and he's going to pass Van, and that's going to be P2 for Daikora.
I wonder if his meaning Van, I wonder if Van's tires are dying on him, and I wonder if that's causing these close calls. I won't be surprised if we see Van diving into the pits at the end of this lap.
Van definitely wants to finish on the podium on the season finale here. Trying to see who else is having a battle here.
Battle for P10, it looks like. Stefroli in DRS range to Xavier. As Van does pit to put on a new set of tires.
Probably a smart idea from him, as he was really losing time on those softs. So here comes Strafella, though. He is right on the tail here, and he's trying to just pass as they come through the final turns. Come through that little, it's like a little chicane for the final turn. It's I forgot about that in this track. And Yard Meat's also going to gain a position as well.
Towards the front, Elegance kind of has a moment at the exit of turn 5. That's the Adelaide corner. But he gets himself situated really quickly, but he loses a position to Tommy, so he's going to have to get that position back.
That's not what you were hoping for if you're Elegance, because you just battled this guy, and very good racing, but going through that twice in just under 10 minutes time here. Oh, and there goes Elegance.
Oh no,
he DC'd and he
Elegance is disconnected. Oh
Man.
no, he's going to drop all the way down the field, given that he can rejoin. Hopefully he rejoins soon.
And Curbs picking up a 3-second penalty for DRS, an illegal DRS, so that's not good for him. 3 seconds can cost you, especially where he's at right now. Eric now up in the P6. So he'll gain a free spot. So now the defense is on. If you're in the top 5 right now, if you want to solidify your position, maybe you're in the standings right now going, hey, I can gain a couple spots here in the championship if I just stay in the top 5.
Definitely. Eric Elegance is attempting to rejoin, I believe, but hasn't been successful so far. Let me see if there's any word in the chat. He claims his CPU maxed out on him. He got 99% occupancy and lagged out.
And that might be his race over. As we saw D Joker, he actually had a spin and he lost 2 positions. Eric up in the P5, 3 positions, excuse me. Charles in the P4. And it looks like somebody actually pitted.
Yes, I believe that was Ginger who did a second stop. I wonder if he stopped during the safety car.
He did. No, he did not. He only had that spin. And now we have another car off, and that's Mosquito. He is off in turn number...
I believe that's turn number 1, if I understand this right. Having a hard time getting the car reoriented. But it looks like he's getting it rolling again. Oh, and Curbs. I'm sorry, Drakenwolf heavily off at Imola, turns 12 and 13, heavy in the wall, taking a while to get the car rolling again. They were about to go too wide, him, and I believe that was... Oh, don't do that. He crashes into the side of Curbs.
Looks like everybody walks away okay. Nope. Well, that car is definitely damaged, so he'll have to come in at some point and get that repaired.
I wonder if he picked up some suspension damage. The way that the car appears to be handling suggests it.
And there goes Draken.
Meanwhile, a bit further up the field, Short and Yardmeet, 2 teammates, real close together, battling with one another.
And here comes his teammate down the inside, and he gets through. What a move there in turn, what is that, turn 9.
And towards the front, Charles Bertrand trying to fight for P3 with Tommy Guns. And makes a move stick.
Nice move by Charles there. He's up in the podium position now. Even though there's been some pits happening, I wouldn't imagine him dropping too far down the pack later here in this race.
Yes, but look right behind him. Look who's catching back up. That's Eric.
We'll soon hopefully see a 3-way battle for the podium position. That's going to be interesting to see how Eric will navigate that and race that. Hopefully he doesn't overdrive the car where he ends up in a position back in the pits early and loses all the positions that he gained.
In front of the pack, both Slem and Dicor have pulled into the pits. Charles Bertrand also pulls into the pits as well for their first stops.
They're getting out of Eric's way. And they're like, nope, don't want anything to do with that. Nope, I'm out. And Slim, did he go in the pits or?
He did. Slem pitted and left the pits right in front of Eric. Eric should get DRS, and Slem does as well. We'll see if Eric will attempt to move.
It's a 3-way battle for the lead. Who would have expected this? Smart move there, Bart.
Excuse me. Eric on an older set of C2 tires. He pitted at the end of the first lap after the safety car came out, but something happened that dropped him to the back of the pack. He has been trying to fight back since then. I doubt he'll make it to the end on these C2s, so he'll have to pit one more time. Everybody else should be able to take their tires to the end.
Now you just hope and pray that the gap gets wide enough where Eric can continue to be in a championship position here. Right now, is he? Yes.
Yes, right now he is, but he'll shuffle a couple places down when and if he pits again.
And here we go.
Oh,
Tommy
no.
Gunn's
Picking up a drive-through for speeding.
Now this battle for the lead is heating up because Eric is right on the tail of Slim, and this is exactly what we were hoping to see here tonight, was the big battle for the lead. It's for the championship. If Slim can race this out while Eric has to pit one more time, this would be absolutely huge for him, and he would win the championship potentially. So far, it's a super clean race, though, Fox. You haven't been called upon pretty much since the early stages here.
A couple of single people going off track, but nothing that warrants a safety car in our book. So hopefully everybody keeps it clean.
It'll be very interesting. What do you think Eric will pit? Probably lap 20?
Yeah, I think lap 20.
And let's see, where would that put him at? Probably in P5.
P5 or 6, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Worst case would be P7. I'm not sure how much time is lost at this track after pitting. I have not had the opportunity to measure or ask someone if they have measured. But the general average is believed to be 20 seconds lost during a pit stop.
That's a long time in a championship fight. And
It is.
we could actually put him at P7 if it's not a quick stop either. Slim pulling out a 2-second gap now to Eric. And other battles happening around the board here. We have Brandon Gobes now 4/10 off of Charles. Brandon Gobes wants to get back into the podium position here tonight.
Definitely. Van has had a taste of leading the race, and I'm sure he wants to feel that again, at least get into the podium positions for sure.
He is a Formula One champ, but a Codemasters Formula One champ. Here at Apollo Racing Club, he won the Tier 2 championship?
No, I believe it was Tier 1.
It was a Tier 1. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was Tier 1 or not. So he is somebody who can drive fast here, and he's going to want to prove it here tonight that he can be one of the fastest drivers here on a Assetto Corsa. Obviously, he is very quick. He's probably he can win any race on me. So.
It's interesting the different driving philosophies that people have to incorporate between the Cody's F1 game and then the F1 cars here in Assetto Corsa.
Yeah, it's a completely different feeling, and you have experienced it. And so have I. It's a completely different feeling car compared to the Cody's game. So it's can't really do what you can in the F1 game, and then you can't. There's things that you can do on this car that you can't do in the Cody's game.
Yeah, for sure. Very different handling styles and physics engines. Dicora now on the back of Van, so now instead of attacking, Van now has to focus on defending. So we'll see how well he does with that. Dicora on some blistering pace, setting lap times in the 1:14 14s.
He also was in a podium position before the pits, so he definitely wants to get back up there. Here comes the car. He gets the DRS, and he goes on the outside of Van. Van just lets him have it.
Yep, job done.
It's like the Staples button. Staples, that was easy.
Do they still sell those buttons, or have they finally retired that?
I bet they still sell them somewhere. Those things will be going down in history at some point. So
goes to show marketing campaigns work. So gaps are kind of increasing now. Van's still under 2 seconds to Daikora, but beyond that, everybody else has a bit of a gap. Someone is spun off, though, at the exit of the final turn. It's Ginger. But he gets himself rolling again. Not sure if he sustained any damage or not.
Looks like maybe he did. He did. He is stopping on track.
Not sure if that's just to let people by, just to be kind, or if something else is the matter. He's getting the car rolling again.
Car looks fine on my screen, but that does not mean anything.
Yep, unfortunately, visual damage isn't very well rendered in Assetto Corsa, only if the car mod allows it, and these cars do not. So only the drivers themselves can tell us how their cars are feeling.
Eric now losing time to D Joker. So those tires must be wearing thin now, because D Joker has basically made up a 10th here in this corner. Oh, and he gets I think he had a bad exit there because he just lost 2 tenths. Let's see here. No, not much more racing happening here. Curbs in front of Yard Meat. Yard Meat 34 seconds off of curbs now, so something must have happened to Yard Meat that made him go super far back. Eric now passing through some traffic. But now here we go, lap 20. Of 35. Fox, race is winding down. Eric in the championship spot, but he still has a pit stop.
That's right. He's definitely going to have to push very hard when and if he puts on a new set of tires. I predict he'll probably go onto the C3s unless he waits. Oh, that's a lot of cars off, and I think Eric is involved in that.
Eric was involved. And Eric loses a position out of that, and that is not what you're hoping for when you're Eric, because each position you lose now is potential time in the pits. Is he coming in? Yes, he is.
He is. I bet he'll repair damage, throw on the C3s, and try to go to the end, try to drive as flat out as possible. As he drops now to P5, can he exit the pits in P5, or is he going to drop another position?
He loses another position to Brandon Gobes. Does he? Yes,
he does. Wow, wow, wow. So with 15 laps to go, Eric's got a lot of work to do. He's got about 10 seconds worth that he needs to make up between now and the end of the race. And he actually put on a new set of C2s. So going to be taking the C2s to the end of the race. I wonder if the C3s just wouldn't be able to cut it.
He probably doesn't want to run the risk here because he's seen the time loss here, because now he's behind Brandon Gobes, and he's going to have to get past Brandon here to be in a championship contending spot. And I don't think Brandon's going to make it easy either.
No, actually, Van just lets him by.
All right, so now Eric is Eric in the championship now? No, he has
No,
to
he
be in
is
one more
not.
spot.
Remember, Eric needs to finish P3 at this point. With Slem leading the race, Eric must finish P3 in order to win the championship. The fastest lap point doesn't matter in this scenario. Eric just needs to finish P3. The gap between him and Charles, who is in P3, is about 10 seconds. So he's got to make up 10 seconds in these remaining laps.
Ooh, But that's going to be a tall order here. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what you are hoping for in sim racing championship. Sometimes it's just an epic story to the season. If Slim wins this race, and somehow by the grace of God, if this race does not go in the way of Eric either, oh, that's going to be interesting, folks. But it will be very interesting, and Eric will have to come back next season, and he'll want to fight. He'll definitely want to fight for the championship again.
Definitely. It'll be interesting to see how things change with the new car as well. The new car has a different handling model to the 2021 car, so we'll see if it trips up some people.
Brandon Gobes into the pits. Something must... No, he's coming out now, so...
Nope. Van was committed to a two-stop strategy. He pitted from the C4s to the C3s and... has put on his second pair of C3s that he'll take to the end of the race.
Eric has now made up
about a second.
About a second here. Time's winding down. If you're Eric right now, you want to be almost gaining about, what, 6-7 tenths a lap?
Or so, yeah. What'll be interesting is, you know, if he catches up to Daikora, how much time will he spend trying to get by Daikora?
And not much racing happening elsewhere. Draken's had an off in turn 9 and 180. Now Brandon Gobes having an off here, and he falls down to P7.
Handful of people kind of spinning on their own, but they're getting the car running again really quickly.
Eric now 5 seconds behind Daikora. And there goes a Red Bull. It goes off. Who is that?
Xavier going off really hard, but rejoins the track safely.
Eric almost having another close call with traffic here.
So it's worth noting here, although Eric is catching up to Daikora, the gap between Daikora and Charles is increasing.
Ooh. Whoa. Well, we are getting where? We're about 10 laps to go here after this lap. And that makes things even more interesting because that's going to really decide. These last couple of laps will decide who becomes champion here at Apollo Racing Club Assetto Corsa F1. Of course, want to shout out again the fact that you can also join us here at Apollo Racing Club. We have tons of other activities going on as well, between the Codemasters F1 game to Assetto Corsa, ACC, and iRacing here. And we would love to have you. Go to apolloracing.club to figure out how to join today.
Towards the back, fight for P6. Brandon Gobes just getting by Tommy Guns, who made a mistake at the exit of the final turn. But now there's a battle for P2.
D Joker. He's comfortable in a P2 right now, but he has some. He has a friend here now. Now that friend Charles is going down the inside in the DRS zone, and he gets it done through golf. That's straight, and on he spins, and now it's a collision, and that's gonna lose a ton of time for Joker, and he's gonna lose out to P3 here, and he has to get going because Eric is right on his tail.
This may be the godsend that Eric needed, because now the gap between him and P3 is 3 seconds.
And if you're Eric, you're going, okay, I got to just stay calm here. Got to stay relaxed. Don't make a mistake here, because a mistake could be race ending, or even worse, it could be championship ending.
He's got to be patient and analyze the cards in front of him. You know, make the moves where they count. D-Joker is definitely a bit timid right now after his spin. As Daikora pits, Eric's in P4. This is a fight for P3. This is the place he needs.
Oh, Slim. Oh, no, he is probably heartbroken now. He knows that only one car stands between him and the championship. And Eric gets the DRS, but he doesn't make a move just yet. Wow. Fox, what a championship.
Oh, man. This is great. This is real fun stuff that we're seeing right here, guys. Daikora in the pits for a very long time. I'm not sure what is going on there. I wonder if he's... Slem's in the pits as well, and there's a spin kind of towards the back. Curbs spinning off on his own. But Slem in the pit lane, I think he's got a large enough gap to pull that off. Daikora leaves the session. Not entirely sure why.
Eric trying to make a move going down into the final turns here. Doesn't get the move done. Joker defending. And we'll figure out why Daikora left, but that's going to give positions to some people. Ooh, a little mistake there by Eric. Now he's going to still keep in the DRS range. Can he make the move this time? No, he's staying right on the tailpipe, and D-Joker takes the inside line, and he defends.
He runs wide! He runs wide! Eric into P3!
Just came in so hot off the straight trying to defend, but Eric, in his calm and cool manner, takes a position. Right now, Eric takes the championship here.
Eric just needs to keep it clean for the rest of this race, and he should be able to take this. We're receiving word from the paddock that Daikora's engine blew in the pits somehow. So the way I figure that might have happened, sometimes if you pull reverse gear in this car, if you're not careful, you can severely damage the engine. So if I were to hazard a guess, I'd say that Daikora may have overshot his pit box, and in his haste to get the car into reverse, he may have blown his engine.
That would be unfortunate. Oof. An engine blow in the final race of the season.
Definitely not how you want your season to end. You definitely want to, see the season through to the end and finish on a high note. Currently 3 people DNF'd right now. Elegance with connection issues. Likewise, Caleb Short also having connection issues, and now Daikora joins them in the DNF club, however you want to call it.
Unfortunate circumstances for unfortunate drivers.
See, the pack is pretty spread out now. Closest battle is between Van and Tommy Guns. Only 2.5 seconds separating the two of them.
Van taking that chicane quite quickly. See the car bouncing up and down. Eric is going to be, if he holds his position here, he will be your next champion and the defending champion, a 2-time champion here at Apollo Racing Club. Oh, and Tommy goes off, and that might end that battle with 5 laps remaining here. Well, Fox, if you had to sum this season up in just a few words, how would you sum it up?
I'd say fun and competitive. It's been, really a really great season, and I want to definitely shout out everyone who has attended this season thus far. We've been able to maintain an average of 21 drivers per race this season, which is really, really great. I really appreciate people coming out and doing that, and I hope that we can continue that momentum into the next season as well. So for sure, we've seen a lot of really great battles, a lot of great races, and a bunch of different fun tracks. So hopefully we can see that happen again in the following season.
Right now, we're just seeing basically the field's completely spread out here.
That's right. Closest two competitors on track is Charles Bertrand and Eric. We'll see if Eric closes that gap, but he doesn't necessarily need to in the position that he's in right now.
Somebody just went off and got out of Charles's way. Charles, he'll get a P2 this on his season. Is that his best?
Allow me to verify. I've got it up right now. He has finished P2 twice this season.
All right. This is what, second podium, third podium?
This will be his fourth podium for this season.
Nice, a good season high of 4 podiums. That's another accomplishment in this league because you never know who could get on the podium. You always have the top 2 always battling it out, it seems like, or a couple of guys battling it out for basically all the podium positions because Eric could definitely have a rough race. I know he's been a quick man around pretty much every single race. He's very difficult to beat. You've raced against him, Fox. He's somebody who does a great job when it comes to racing on when it counts.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in Formula One cars, Eric. He just clicks with the Formula One cars and can make that car fly a lot faster than I can make it go. So yeah, I've been able to have some really fun battles with him, both in this ACF1 series and also the 1999 kart series that we're wrapping up on Friday. It's been a really good time.
Eric still closing the gap. 3 laps to go here in this F1 season. And there goes D Joker. He spins again. He's got to get going. Brandon you want to make sure Brandon Gobes doesn't close the gap anymore here and steals P4.
Tell you what, Van is looking for a really great result here today. Let me double check some stuff here. Oh, he did podium in Istanbul this season, but P5 is still very good for Van.
Pretty good attendance.
Yes.
Hold on. Hold the wrong standings up. So, looking at attendance-wise, everybody didn't. No, not a single person except you that made every single race. And Elegance. And Van. No. I'm just looking at the standings and I'm trying to figure out who hasn't missed a race this season.
Yeah, technically Eric hasn't missed a race, neither have I, because Eric has volunteered to be the safety car for Circuit of the Americas and Baku. Likewise, I am currently sitting in the safety car right now, and I also volunteered for Istanbul. So I did not race the Formula One car, but I did attend the session. So however you want to interpret that. And Elegance, Elegance was here. Unfortunately, he's had connection issues and will not be finishing the race today. As Eric has caught right up to the back of Charles Bertrand, we'll see if they duke it out here or if Eric plays it a bit safe.
Well, Eric has a 26-second gap between him and 4th place, so I don't think he's all concerned about that. But Slem has now taken the white flag here at Magny-Cours,
he set a fastest lap to boot, but that fastest lap point isn't going to help him because that'll only give him 11 points between him and Eric, and that's not enough. He needs 12.
Oh. Well, here we go. Here goes Eric down in the turn 5. He takes the outside, and Charles defends inside, but he has a slow exit. Now he's going to get a little bit loose, and here comes Eric. He's going to be down going side by side, but he's going to have the outside
this is
line
not
again.
good. You don't want to do that. Eric forced wide. You don't want to go side by side into that corner. It's not a good idea. Eric wisely runs wide and backs out of it.
We'll look at our leader here as he comes into the last 2 turns in the penultimate turn here. And Slem, he'll come to win the French Grand Prix here at Apollo Racing Club. But his championship hopes all lie and gone. Here comes Eric. He's going to try and steal P2. He tries to make a move down the inside in the last 2 turns.
Oh, no, he spins!
He's trying to get it back. He does. The last bit of hope Slem had is over. Eric Durace comes across the line, and he is your season. What is it? Season 2 Formula One Assetto Corsa champion here at Apollo Racing Club.
Oh my, what a finish that was. You know, good thing he had that gap between him and D-Joker. Otherwise, that would have been the end of his championship. Luckily, his gap was large enough, and Eric, you know, very, very strong throughout the entire season, even in the face of extreme adversary in the form of Slem, has driven very, very masterfully. So congratulations to Eric.
D-Joker in P4, Brandon in P5. Tommy, he's going to come across the line. He'll be P6. Strafello, he is already done. He ended up in P7. Legs in P8 after a rough start with him. Xavier in P9. Ginger in P10. Curbs in P11. Yardmeat takes 12th. Draken P13. Mosquito P14. Dicora P15. Short in 16th. And Elegance in 17th. So, well, Fox, that was a good race. That was a very good race. The storyline, it ended, of course, for a happy ending for Eric, and unfortunately for Slem, he'll have to come back next year and try and win the championship.
For sure, he'll definitely be one to watch next season. Again, as a moderator of this Assetto Corsa division here in Apollo Racing Club, I want to thank everyone who has attended this season. Who has participated in the races with us. I appreciate every single one of you for taking your Wednesday evenings to do this.
All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Make sure to hit the follow button on Twitch, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube. We also live stream all our races on YouTube. And that will do it for us tonight here on this Wednesday evening. Tune in tomorrow. IndyCar League is tomorrow night in iRacing, so that will be a good race tomorrow. So at Watkins Glen. Fox, you weren't called upon tonight very often, but it was great to have you in the booth. Great to commentate with you, and we'll see you in March.
For sure. We'll see you guys in March. Thank you all for watching.